Well, hello there, Journey to Allyship participants. I decided that the last video in this year-long program was going to be a personal one, where you can see me live in living color talking to you about this 12-month journey. So this will be unrehearsed. I don't have any script. I'm not even really sure what I'm going to talk about in this video, but I felt the need to end this journey this way and to really just talk to you face to face, ear to ear, heart to heart, and soul to soul. Let me first start off by saying thank you for going on the journey. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for staying committed to be in this space and in this place for 12 months. That is a long time. It is a commitment, but as you know, it's a drop in the bucket to what Black and brown people deal with every day. But this is an important journey, this journey to allyship. And we started off this journey talking about white supremacy and all the layers. We talked about the fish bowl and how you need to leap outside of that fish bowl and begin to morph into a new person, a new being, and learn how to live outside those toxic waters of white supremacy. We moved into talking about how everyday racism shows up and the difference between shame and guilt and how to be emotionally resilient. We talked about the cost of inaction, and we've talked about what it means to be an ally. We've talked about doing the work and all the weapons of whiteness in between. We've done a lot of work in this last 11 months. And so here we are at the end of the journey. As you know, this journey doesn't end. You must be committed to doing this work until you take your last breath. You must be committed to dismantling white supremacy in every space and place that you go to. You must be committed to doing your anti-racism work every single day. You must be committed to unlearning your own racism and raising children and grandchildren who will not grow up to be violent against my children and my grandchildren and all the Black and brown children and grandchildren to come. This is your work. So when I think about this work, I think about it in two different lanes, if you will. I think about your own anti-racism personal work as half of your work. And then I think about your work with other white people and what you need to be doing with them in that lane. And I think about the harmony and the balance that it takes to do both, and how both are critical, how both are important and must be done. And I hope that over the last 12 months that you've been able to see the significance and the importance of doing both pieces of this work. I think about how there is no time to waste. You must do this work with urgency now, every single day. Black and brown lives are depending on your allyship. Black and brown lives are depending on your voice, on your actions, on your reparations and your reconciliation. Black and brown lives are depending on you speaking up, standing up, calling out racism at every turn. Black and brown lives are depending on you to infiltrate all of the white spaces and places that you engage in to tear that system down from the inside out. There's no safe place for Black and brown people. there's nowhere that they can go to be safe from racism. And you are a part of fixing that. You're a part of creating change. On this journey, we've talked about narrowing down your niche. Finding the specific thing that you're passionate about. And championing that mission. Leading it. Defining what your revolution is. And becoming the leader of that revolution. How are you going to maintain your resiliency on this journey? How are you going to lead? What is going to be your legacy that you're going to leave behind to tell the world what you did to dismantle white supremacy and eradicate racism? The way that you do that is going to be your choice. It's going to be your way. It's going to be your mission, your movement, your revolution. And even after going through this 12-month journey, I can't tell you how to do that specifically. I can't tell you exactly what to do, what the exact steps are that you're going to take after this journey. That has to be yours. Uniquely created, designed, and carried out by you. But what I do know that needs to happen right now in this last month of the journey and forevermore is that you got to get more uncomfortable. A lot of you are still in a comfort zone. You're still doing what feels good, what's comfortable, what's manageable, what's convenient. And so this is the place and the space that you take it up a notch, that you strip down some more, that you stretch yourself out of that comfort zone that you're in. Because allies, that's good. We need accomplices, man. We need accomplices. We need people who are willing to co-conspire with us to create a crime. And that crime is dismantling white supremacy by any means necessary. Whatever it takes. Whatever we need to do, whatever needs to happen. Black and brown people have been waiting too long to be free, to be liberated, to get out from underneath this thing, this weight, this burden, this monster, this beast, this evil that haunts us and steals our lives. Allyship is not enough. It's not enough. Some of you haven't even stepped into the allyship space yet. I need you to get to that space. I need you to get to the space where an overwhelming amount of people of color say, yes. Yes, she's an ally. Yes, she shows up like an ally. Yes, I can count on her. Yes, she will be there. Yes, she will keep her word. Yes, she will do what she says she's going to do. Yes, she's willing to risk and sacrifice and lose and put her life and her money and her resources and her time and her energy and her life on the line for black and brown people. Yes, 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 yes. An overwhelming number of people. Not a handful, not two handfuls, more than you can count. That in some way, shape, or form, black and brown people, black and brown women will say, yeah, that's her. That's you. that you will rise to the occasion and become an ally. And then quickly and swiftly and intentiously and very consciously and intentionally take the next step to becoming an accomplice, someone who actually co-conspires with us, with our guidance, our leadance, our leadership, our direction. Saying, yes, Catrice, yes, black and brown, native and indigenous woman, man, person. Let's lock arms. Let's do this. Let's bring this shit down by any means necessary. Are you willing to go that far? I mean, really go that far. Are you willing to be an accomplice for black and brown people? That's where we end this journey. Transitioning from ally to accomplice. What it's going to take, what you need to do, and how to get shit done. Some of you are still dragging your feet. Some of you are still not showing up. Some of you are still making excuses. Some of you are shrinking back and hiding. Some of you are doing just enough to say, I'm participating. Just enough to every now and again show up. Just enough to be slightly uncomfortable, but not enough that it's overwhelming or scary. That's not accomplice behavior. I need you to kick it up a notch this month. I need you to show up like you've never shown up before. We are in the finish line. This is the last lap for this journey. The finish line's right there for this journey. How are you going to end? Will you finish strong? Or are you going to do just enough to get by? Just enough to say, I completed Catrice's 12-month course. What are you going to do different this month? How are you going to infiltrate this month? How are you going to get so uncomfortable that it becomes unbearable this month? Black and brown people need accomplices. And I have an expectation. I'm just going to tell you. We've spent all this time together. We've almost been together for a year. I have a greater expectation for you. Yes, you. You watching this video right now. You who committed to 12 months of this program. You who went on this journey. Not for performative reasons, but because maybe you actually give a damn about black and brown people and you want to do something different. You want to be the change. You want to be a part of this revolution. No more status quo. No more doing just enough to get by. No more performance. Some of you are performing. I see it. Some of you think that you've already crossed the finish line. What is it going to take for you to become an ally, first of all? And then what is it going to take for you to transition from being an ally to an accomplice? We can reflect back on some of our focus questions from month 11, which was, how will you stay resilient? How will you lead? Who do you need to partner up with? Do you need more training? What are going to be your long-term goals? What's your vision? What's your vision after this journey ends? What do you imagine your anti-racism journey from here going forward to look like? It's time to transition. It's time to transition with great urgency now, with a right now attitude, with a no time to waste fire and energy in your belly. No more cruising, no more straddling the fence, no more doing just enough to get by. Co-conspiracy to commit a crime by any means necessary. That's what it means to be an accomplice. Can I count on you to co-conspire with me? Can I count on you to create a crime? Can I count on you to do what you say you're going to do, to show up when you say you're going to show up? Can black and brown people count on you for that? Allyship is not enough. We need accomplices. And it's time for you to step up and make your transition. That's what month 12 is going to be about. So, thank you for being on this journey. It's been a long one. It's been a long one. There's so much more work to do. We got so much more work to do. But I hope that you have gained great insight. I hope that you've learned a lot about white supremacy and racism. I hope that you have truly, truly transformed into a new person, a new human being. I hope that you've gained some skills and some strategies that you can use on this journey of anti-racism until you take your last breath. This is where our journey ends. And your journey continues. My journey continues. We got work to do. So much more work to do. So again, thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for embarking on this critical way of taking action. I look forward to watching you walk it out. I look forward to watching you lead your revolution. I look forward to watching you do this work, do your work until you take your last breath. I'll see you on the next journey.